And we'll have Commissioner Daniel Bolin give us our invocation.
All right, please bow our heads. Dear Lord, thank you for having us here tonight, being able to gather. Please help us to make the best decisions for the people of Newberry County. And please be with us as we make these decisions. And we ask that we do the good will of the people. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
At this time, we'll pass the meeting to Ms. Works for the election of officials.
All right, at this time, I would ask for a motion to open the floor for nominees for a 2026 chairman. I just
I'll make
need
a
one.
motion.
Okay, do I have a second to open it?
Second.
All right, Miss Lisa. All in favor of the motion, raise your hand. Okay, motion passes. The floor is now open for nominees for chairman.
Would you accept Mr. Shields?
For chairman?
Yes.
Would you accept?
We're giving everyone a chance, and
I mean, I understood before, yeah.
Yeah, I would.
all right, I'll nominate Jack Shields.
I second that.
Any other,
Nominate Tyler.
I respectfully decline. I have some scheduling conflicts this year and may not be able to attend. That's why, but I do appreciate it.
all right, any other, nominations? All right, do I have a motion to close the nominations?
Motion. Give me a second.
Yeah, second.
I second.
All right, all in favor to, close it out? All right, so all in favor of Mr. Jack Shields as our 2026 chairman? Raise your hand. All right.
Aye.
I didn't want to put Miss Lisa on the spot at her second meeting.
I'm still here.
You be
All
vice chair.
right, we're gonna do it all over again. Do I have a motion to open the floor for vice chair?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Do we have any nominations for vice chair?
And Mr. Daniel Bowden.
Yeah, I would like to nominate Daniel Bolin, or whichever Mike could nominate, and I'll second. Whichever way you want to write it down.
All right. Any other nominations? All right. Motion to close?
Motion.
Second?
Second. Jack. Or Tom.
Jack? All right. All in favor? All right. All in favor of Daniel as our vice chair? Okay. All right. So
This time we'll turn it over.
now we will go to secretary. Motion to open the floor.
Motion.
So,
All in favor?
All in favor? All right, we have a nominee.
Katie
Katie
Works.
Works.
Any others? All right, motion to close. Tom, second.
Second.
All in favor? All right, so, very good. All right, so we're gonna turn the meeting over to,
Mr.
we all need
Jack.
to agree that.
oh, yes, I'll agree.
Yeah.
So I can put it in the minutes. Very good. I'll agree. All right, thank you for that.
This is an annual.
It is annual.
Correct. It's 1 year, so.
But you drafted for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, it was 1 year and then a maximum of 2 years.
Yeah, I did 2 years straight.
Your stipend goes up. I didn't tell you that.
Big pay.
All right, so I'm gonna turn it over to you for the approval of minutes. It's yours.
Oh, okay, you're immediately.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So,
You just read the agenda
Yeah,
starting
pretty
at
much read
number
the agenda.
4.
so, what's that? So we have some new business, so, the minutes approved. Everybody have a chance to review. A little bit more time. Any comments?
I think everything looks good. I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as written.
I second that.
All
All
those
in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Passed. All right, new business case presentation is, Newberry County Road name change from Burley with an L-E-Y to an L-Y. There's some historical connections associated with that, really correcting what had been, the case for a while.
Yeah, so I included the letter from the gentleman who is applying for this name change. His mom was an original Burley spelled L-Y, and then she married a Burley that was spelled L-E-Y. But the original road was named after her maiden name, not her married name. And it's interesting, one road sign on that road is L-E-Y, one is L-Y. So it's to basically get all the records straightened out and to officially have it B-E-R-L-Y. And I did not include all of the adjoining property owners, but I did go through and print every one of them and then went through the signees, and he does have well over his 75% required sign. In fact, I think it was only one, and they were way out of state.
I'll make the motion. I pretty much know this is true. My mother and Miss Peggy Burley, that's referenced, were best friends, and pretty much my family had property on both ends of the road, so I attest to it as well that this is correct.
All right, I'll second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. So we're gonna skip over, uniquely enough, we hardly ever have road changes, and we have two tonight.
All right, so the second one on the docket is, Newberry County Road change from Country Club Road to Bucksville. Any background?
So Mr. Buck, recently passed away, but he worked at the country club, and yeah, he was the pro and general manager of the country club of Newberry for 38 years. So this is a way that the community would like to honor him with changing country club way to Buck's way. And again, I have printed out, which was only 3 contiguous property owners who come off of that road. They all have signed and agreed, and also talked with the country club. They're aware and are good with it.
Any comments? Any questions?
I motion for approval of the road change name, the name of the road to be changed.
Second that.
All in favor? All right.
And just for clarification purposes, this does have to go to county council by ordinance, so it will be heard again by county council.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is approval of the sketch plat for Fruit Estate Development. Those are attached. And any comments?
So I do, the owner slash developer is here with us tonight, so if there's any questions that I can't answer, he is here, and we'll get those answered for you. So, it was sent over to our review committee. Originally, when I mailed the packets out and emailed them, I had not heard back from the school district, but next day I did hear back, so I did email y'all that I had heard back and they were good. So, everyone in our review committee has seen it and give their blessings on this particular development. It will go through the LDR, regulations, but it will go through, once approved, it will go through, since there's no, he is keeping the road private, so it will not go through county adoption, so it will be a gravel road. septic and wells will be out there, so will not be tying on to any county-provided water and sewer. It will be platted in phases, but we are going to send it through review as a whole, since it will be platted. It will be no roads or no infrastructure needed out there. We can do it in phases.
Question.
Mhm.
So there'll only be one access in?
Yes, it is only one access, and this is, the fire code states that once you hit 30 houses or more is when they have to have the second access.
Is this Georgie?
I can't tell that. So
So
It's, it's all, so 176 is your primary road, and then you turn off 176 on the Glimp Road, and that is a dirt county road. I have talked to Public Works, and the developer knows that Glimp Road will never, probably in our lifetime, ever become a paved road. So that's one reason why they're gonna keep it, gravel within the development.
So they will be responsible 100% for upkeep.
Yep, so
of the road.
basically what it will happen is when the, owner sells deeds in the deed, it will be in deed that they all have maintenance requirements for the road.
Okay, so there's nothing where they could come back down the line.
No, because it's,
Come after the county
no,
to pave it.
no, because it is, they're not using chapter 91 of our road ordinance.
Katie, does this join, Jimmy Wilson's?
I didn't.
No, it, meets at the creek. It goes Jimmy Wilson's, and then where they just did that clear cut on the other side of the old train tracks. Then the creek, it's from that creek back up a little bit on 176 road frontage, and then it goes back around to, Glimpse Road, which, actually on the, sketch plat, on the far right-hand side where it says US Highway 176, where they come in, that's actually Glimpse Road. 176 actually runs down the bottom left-hand side of the property on how this plat's drawn. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
It's got it right there too.
Yep.
Here and here.
Yep.
My plan is not to actually build on that lot.
That's what I was about to ask. There's a couple areas that you plan on just keeping to yourself.
That'll probably end up being, if somebody wants to buy the lot next to it, maybe put a shop there or something. And
So
then
it would be-
access 170, yeah, at that point, that's all market driven and whatever they wanna do on that adjacent lot.
Do these plan on being stick-built homes?
Mhm.
We've got two, out of the ground there already.
Okay.
Lot one, lot 2 and 3 be built on.
Okay.
So, one already.
They're all over 1 acre, Katie?
Yes. I think they're all over 2.
They're all over one, and then,
Most are over 2. There's a
That's
couple.
what I saw some of them had the acre.
Yeah, a couple, yeah, 3 or 4 is right at an acre, but some of them are larger.
I mean, even,
Probably won't break ground on, like I said, I think market driven, but I probably won't break ground on that tax parcel for probably a year and a half, or maybe.
on the phase 1,
Yeah, because I've got lot 1, 2, and 3 are independent tax parcels,
yeah.
and I built on 2 of those, and I plan on building on a third, and then there's another tax parcel I own across the way on the other side of Graham. It's a different tax, I'm not sure what the tax parcel number is, I plan on building on that as well this year, so
Okay.
I won't get into it. At least this year, probably.
Let's see. So how many did you say, Katie, for fire?
30.
30. So we're gonna be 22 plus existing. It's gonna be close.
Well, you can't count his independent parcels.
Oh, you can, okay, it just.
What he's in the Crims development.
Okay,
These,
I
since these
thought
are,
y'all were saying for the gravel road, it had to be, that's why I was,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if you count all of the lots on,
Yeah, that's why I was saying, if you used all
Even-
the lots on the road.
it still
would be-
doesn't hit 30.
That's why that question wasn't associated with this, I was just
Yeah.
curious for down the line. We'll have to give anyone who wants to speak.
Is there anything else you want to add?
No other questions, comments? I'd like to make a comment. I actually live on that road. I'm the first house off
If you-
176.
if you can. You'll sign there for me and print so I can. It's three minutes.
I just want to input the 30 house comment and all that. I'm the first house, my name's Colby English. I'm the first house when you turn off 176 on Glen. My only concern is having that much added traffic to the gravel road. People already fly up and down that road and we've only got 7 houses on it. So that's something I wanted to bring up. Also, when you're coming out of Glenf Road, your line of sight to the right, looking down that hill, is pretty limited. And that's another area after Jimmy Wilson's is on your left coming up that hill. When you tie on 176, it's kind of tough merging on. So just some things to consider from the local people. That's really it. It's pretty quiet around there, so we like it so far. But
And to add what he said, so Josh Rowe, Public Works Director, and I had a actually pretty extensive conversation about Glint coming out on 176. They have widened it, haven't they, a little bit? Made an apron?
They have.
They made an apron to help with that, and he said that it may have to be more done. And he said that if this passes, and depending on traffic, that they are aware that county may have to up the maintenance on Glint.
Would they, Mike, you may know this, what would they do, is there anything to do with the speed limit and the line of sight? How far you can see and the speed limit in that?
That don't matter coming through there.
Yeah, well, I know
Yeah.
unofficially, but I was just.
Yeah, line of sight's depending on, the site, but also the speed of the roadway coming up through there too. And I don't know, it's posted
It's
45.
45,
I don't know about
But
that.
I had somebody, I was coming through there a month or so ago, and I had somebody pass me, and they were at least doing 65.
Used to be the hump down there at the railroad, but
Mm-hmm.
when I was at DOT in Newberry, I took the hump out, so.
And that, I get, that's state road, correct?
Glint is county,
Yeah, county.
176 is state.
Yeah. But that Glimp Road is a county maintained road.
It is.
I'm not sure how far it terminates back at the back, but a little bit of that's county's responsibility to take care of that portion of it.
And that was another part of the discussion was if for Josh were they gonna expect Glint to become a paved road, and they're not, so.
Do we know how often Glenf Road's normally manicured? And if that's gonna
He
have to
did,
be
yeah,
increased?
he didn't say,
Well-
but he did say that, depending on traffic, that they are aware that it may have to be bumped up on their schedules.
The last response I had, that they were responding to dirt roads on a complaint-oriented basis, cause the one that I travel every day ain't been scraped since Helene. And it had about closed itself in, and I called up there, said it was hitting my windshield, and I went down it, and they clipped it and all, but it still hasn't been scraped. The theory was the county was trying to get, money from rock and all, but I don't know where that stands on that, but
It's in the.
it's a lot of our county dirt roads are in serious need of repair. Because I don't know, still waiting on the money from Helene to FEMA to upgrade them. And I understand that if we can get them paid for by that, but it's, pretty good ways out that some of them hadn't been touched. And I don't know if this one's been scraped
I
or
don't,
not.
I don't know. They bypass mine they'll go down there and scrape the one down at the schoolhouse down there, John Street Schoolhouse, but then they won't even come up over
Well,
John Street.
they must be calling. But it's more people back in there than these folks.
We got Mr. DOT Pat Metz.
I know who you are.
I'm Patrick Metz. I live on 176 at 9166 Highway 176 in Pullman area. And y'all have brought up some good questions here from way back in 2019 about county roads and stuff not being maintained and not scraped. I have been to the CTC a few years back and asked them about rock and stuff on some county roads. Get the same question I'm hearing today, that we ain't got, we can't get rock because of the costs. And maintaining a lot of the county roads in this county, and Glimp Road down here, y'all talking about getting ready to develop. They're going to let a developer come in here and go ahead and destroy the road that we already got roads in the counties that's not being maintained. And I think probably need to be looking at going back to your county administrators and county council and pushing, getting money to help in all these county roads before we start getting some developers on county roads, and then they might, don't know how far this Glimp Road goes back in here. I hadn't heard nothing, get a question. I know how far it has been back there, but how far is the county going to maintain? How far the developer is going to pick up? And is he going to help pay for this rock years down the road? Because we as taxpayers in the county, we can't get our county roads scraped and rock. And fixing to get ready to have a developer go on a county dirt road, and this will probably tear it up, and then it'll be coming back to us as taxpayers to help pay for this road. So thank y'all for giving me a chance to come up, but this has been a going on issue here in the county for a long time with the roads. And we have had many county administrators and had many county public works people, and I have talked to all of them over the past 10, 15 years. And I still haven't got my road scraped. And I was the first one in the county to get a road paved. And it was also on one of the first roads got rock, didn't get paved. It's supposed to be getting paved. Thanks, bye.
Right there. Has there been any discussion about funds for that? How far is it, you're more familiar with it, from 176 to the, entrance on the Crims Trail?
Less than 1,000 feet, I'd say. Survey might actually have 30 on that web.
It's got the approximate road width.
I've actually already personally spread a little gravel on West myself,
Yeah.
and I actually moved the tree down, I took a tree down, that was hanging on, where it went,
that section to be under there.
No, I don't
I
believe
don't-
so. It would
I
need to
wouldn't
be
think so.
public, cause there's
Yeah.
multiple other ownership
That's what I
back
was
there in
about
the
to say.
back. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that. That don't mean he probably can't put a little rock on.
The only other option would be to put an entrance in. 176. Have you even entertained the thought of an entranceway off of 176 into the property? Or is it just, I mean, I understand the cost.
So when I bought the land, the road you see Brook Bluff and Grimm's Creek and all that, the land had already been developed by the previous owner.
So the road system had already been put in.
It's already there, and, so, that's the reason I bought it. It was already there, and then it grew up, I think it was put in maybe around 2004 maybe. And then, I think he passed away, I bought it from his heir,
Mhm.
and, it just kinda grew up, but the roads are already there, the road system's already there, Brook Bluff, Grimm's Creek are already there. They're on GIS too, they've been.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what, I'm looking at them on GIS. That's why I was trying to get an approximate distance off of 176.
It's not over 1,000.
Yeah, Google puts it around 600 feet.
There's a tool in here I can use. I just can't find it. There it is. Yeah, you're looking at around 630 foot off of 176 and to Crims Creek Trail.
That's for a motion.
Any other comments or discussion? We open up for motion, any motion?
Motion.
Make a motion to approve the plat. Give a second.
I'll second it just so we can get a vote.
All in favor? Say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Does not pass.
All right, raise your hands again, because we have in the motion, we need to say why, because if, in that sketch check sheet that's in the new LDR,
Okay.
that's what you're making the motion off of. It's not that you just don't want it there. It's what in the sketch plat did not meet the LDR requirements. I need that in the motion.
So we could,
The entrance,
so we could do it due to the, added cost on county taxpayers for maintenance of county roads? Would that be adequate? Or do we need to?
Hold on a second. We can put it in the motion, but it may have to come back before y'all. But, I mean, if that's the motion you wanna put, yes, but you're gonna have to tie it to something that was on the checklist for LDR for sketch plat. Not just, we don't want it.
That would be, I guess we could do, due to the, minimal site distance off of Highway 176 on the access, but that's not directly tied. That would be the county road. That wouldn't do anything. What's the LDR checklist?
I mean, there's already a road, right? So
Right here.
I don't think you can do it just based on that.
Yeah, it would be the added traffic.
So we're doing all 4 phases now, is there a way to, or is there?
Not with the new LDR, because they passed in the new LDR, you can't, for a parent parcel, it's only, they stopped the multiple divisions of a parent parcel.
So,
So he can, with going through LDR, showing the, site as a whole, then yeah, he can submit plats in phases, but the site as a whole has to go before the board at one time. Mhm.
So do we have a specific on the LDR that, throw in here?
let's, so what you're saying is because the county director of public works checked it off, we can't use that
I
as
mean,
a,
we can use it, but I will get legal, review to make sure that it will hold. If it doesn't hold and she comes back and says, no, that's not a legit reason
Doesn't
why
mean-
to deny, we'll have to bring it back in February.
alright, and I completely understand what the gentleman's trying to do here, and I don't wanna, if we do get the added tax base, we're just gonna use the money to maintain the county road just to get there. And that's my concern, is that we're not getting a return for the county, and that's why I bring up what I brought up. And I mean, I guess we could get Josh to give us an idea of what the maintenance cost would be on that. And then bring it back in February. And just cause I mean,
It's tabled till February until you get some, bring it back
Can-
around.
can we,
You can postpone it, we can't table it.
yeah,
Yeah.
we could postpone to a later
So
date.
you have a couple of years.
So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are, if that's what you wanna do, then we need to amend the motion to go back and then make a motion to postpone. And then in the discussion of that motion, I need to know exactly what y'all want me to, more information you want me to bring back on February.
I'll make a motion that we amend the original motion to state that we would like to postpone until the next meeting. So at such time, we can have more information of the cost and time frame associated with maintenance to the county road, Glimpse Road, that would be used for entering the property.
And then also specifically for the review of the LDR, but if that is something with the lawyers or whatever, you
Yeah.
need to check with before.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that for the next meeting.
Cause, I mean, we don't wanna create an issue for the already existing landowners. And we also don't wanna create an issue where it's a net loss for the county through maintenance. I guess we just figure out what that number is for the next meeting.
Okay,
I guess really we need a second on my motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Okay. Okay. So, have more of a discussion next month. Can I speak or? Sure.
So you're talking about it being something that's not beneficial to the county, correct? That's the
Yeah, I'm just wanting
opposition.
to know the cost and what it's gonna cost the county to maintain the road over what they're currently doing. And what kind of time frame they'll be able to offer us is how often they can get to it.
But wouldn't the future development and creating residents out there, bringing taxpayers to the area, wouldn't that contribute to the road maintenance itself?
We would hope so.
You're generating tax revenue every house I build out there, correct? So isn't that in itself
but they not
taking care of your issue?
now.
Doesn't mean the road will get scraped
Yeah,
and gravel.
I mean, cause we don't know the call volume with the traffic added to it. That's gonna be as far as, it's a gravel road, we're gonna increase the volume of traffic on it. How often are we gonna get those calls? How often we're gonna be tying up county resources? How often are they gonna have to re-rock it? And we've got, citizens already saying, and I mean, not just commissioners knowing that our county and our infrastructure is already struggling.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, no, I've talked to Josh. He's
Yeah, and I
got a
mean,
tight budget, all the time, so.
And that's what we're just looking to clarify at the next meeting, what those numbers are.
Thank you.
Any other, new business or anything brought forth?
We've got a gentleman who wants to do public comment.
I'm Patrick Metzkin at 9166 US Highway 176. And I ain't against no developing and nothing like that, but if he's, well, understanding that I don't see the plat and nothing like that, he does have a property that comes around, what I understand, that to come around to tie in 176. If he's want to develop this land, look like he could build his road to this piece, leave the other part alone that is, happen to be the county property, then we won't be having this problem. Only thing we be worrying about is keeping our county roads scraping rock throughout the county so the buses and things could get in and out. And he would have a way to, for his construction company, construction workers and equipment to get in and out to these sites that he's planning on building. Thank y'all.
Anything else? Our next meeting's, February 17th. We'll have at least one item here. Before that, we get a motion to adjourn.